Hi there, we are CCC Team 30 from the University of Melbourne. Today we're going to introduce a cloud-based platform which explores the public sentiment in Victoria during COVID-19 pandemic. Victoria has been suffered from the most severe outbreaks in Australia. There are some research stating that COVID pandemic has raised a social crisis with public panic. Therefore, our goal is to estimate whether public panic has occurred in Victoria and also provide some insight about the public sentiment to our users. Now let's introduce our team. There are 5 team members in our team: Jade, Patrick, Chelsea, Dan, and Elaine. There are 4 scenarios with these platforms surrounding public sentiment in Victoria, with the first 3 scenarios based on the historical tweet and the last one based on the live tweet. The first scenario, COVID-19 timeline, shows the hot topics of Victorian tweets during the COVID-19 pandemic. This bar chart shows the cases in Victoria in 2020. We can see that the first cases is in the March, therefore our timeline starts from March 2020. If you want to know more about the COVID situation in Victoria, you can click the legend to see the number of recovered, dead, and confirmed cases. To explore the hot topics of tweet, we create a word cloud on a month basis to see what were people talking about. The other side shows the top 3 popular tweets in each month based on the count of response, including favorite, retweet, comment, and quote. And the hashtag here is the topic that we classified the tweet. As we can see, these 2 tweets are all about the Formula 1 car racing in March. Along the timeline, we can see that people are frequently talking about COVID-19 until November. Now we quickly go to November and see. Now we see that the topic has changed from COVID, it has become very small, to Trump in November. And the topic has changed from COVID-19 to Christmas in December. The third scenario investigates the correlations between Victorian public sentiment and social factors such as regional age distribution, employment situation, and national economy. There is a heat map of average sentiment score. If you hover here, the region, there is a name and the score show up. If you click here, there is the distribution of population age groups in 2020 in London Mallee. And if you scroll down, you can see there's a line chart about the payrolls job during COVID-19, which reflect the employment situation in this area. You can also click another area. The corresponding plot will show up for this region, and you can hover to see the detailed index. We also estimate the correlations between the national economy and the public sentiment in Victoria. The red line in this line graph visualizes the average sentiment score and the trend throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. And the other 3 lines are the stock market index, which are ASX 200 and SP 500, representing the Australian stock market index and the US stock market index. The other one is the Australian dollar index, which represents the trading situation in Australia during the pandemic. So by investigating this graph, you can have a sense of how the sentiment change with the national economy.
Now I'm going to introduce the streaming API part about the live tweets. For the live tweets collection, we use the TweetPy, which is a model dedicated to processing Twitter API in Python. And in the streaming part, which is to collect the tweets in the vectorial state, which has a limit of polygon, and also add a filter condition that the language of Twitter is English. And by the collected Twitter text, we have generated two types of fingers to show on the web. And by clicking the more, we can see. The first one is word cloud, and in the web, we present two special cases. We can see the left one is generated from 12 to 13 on May 9th, 2021. We can see that happy mother, mom take up a lot of space. Yes, this is the Mother's Day. And on the right one, bird cloud is from 0 to 1 a.m. on May 9th, 2021. And we can see that attacks, school, devastate, take up a lot of space. And after inquiring, we discovered there was an explosion in Kabul. And the text was located near a school. So for live Twitter, the word cloud can display hit words within a certain period of time, which can show what people care about and what is happening right now. And the next part is also the word cloud, but it shows the different time of word cloud, and we can click to see the detailed words people are caring about at that period of time. And the second part of the figure is line chart. Through the TweetPy package, we collected tweets in English sent by people without a keyword filter in Victoria. So we use the text blob sentiment analysis as the historical tweets used. It determined the proportion of three different emotions so as to understand the generate feeling of people. And we can see neutral emotion accounts for the majority, and the positive emotions have a higher proportion than negative emotions. And the proportion of three emotions will not change much. So the live tweet data collected in a short period of time also can play a monitor role after analysis. And in order to ensure that a sufficient number of tweets are collected for data analysis, we update every 300 tweets in the sentiment percentage. If during this period of time people's emotion values have a increase or decrease change, we can realize that there may be news or people expressing their feelings to specific things or people. So combined with the word cloud, we can know what's happening at